Let's move on to our next category of environment and climate. The winner, though, has a remarkable story worth the twists and turns in her life. Let's know more about Amita Deshpande. It was an inner voice that called on Amita Deshpande to work towards saving the world from plastic waste. Since childhood, Amita was aware that plastic does not degrade easily. As a youngster, she spent many months voluntarily plogging in the hills of North India.
So since I was a child, somewhere in the textbook I had written that plastic in itself is not degradable. And then the question came to me that if it is not degradable, it is not destroyable, then why are we using it as a disposable material? Why can't we use to make things which last long? And that same concept started coming in my mind. I started avoiding or stopped using disposables in my day-to-day life and trying to explain that while I was a child to my friends and family back then. When I grew up, I kept volunteering for the cause of cleanup drives, being it in the mountains, being it in any river fronts, beach fronts, etc. Later on, when I grew up, I did not know that this could be a career. Hence, I went on to do my engineering degree in information technology, worked in the IT sector for a few years, but I started to realize that this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. Hence, I quit my job. I took up a master's program in the US. I studied further, especially in the subject of sustainable development, and worked there for a few years. In 2013, I moved back to India and started exploring what exactly that I want to do here in India.
Amita pursued her master's in the US and returned to India in 2013. 2 years later, she established reCharkha, an innovative concept of reusing non-cyclable plastic waste using a traditional weaving technique that uses a charkha and hand loom.
The concept of this organization started in 2015 when our first unit, which was started in Dadra Nagar Haveli, with an aim to provide employment to tribals along with upcycling of plastic waste.
Apart from giving livelihood to the rural women, reCharkha is diverting the huge plastic waste from the environment to make utility products, thus prolonging its useful life by a few more years. The products made by reCharkha are sold as shopping bags and personal and corporate gifts. After the COVID pandemic, the company used online platform to sell its handwoven products. Now reCharkha has a store each in Pune and Mumbai.
Before COVID, we were only doing exhibitions, but after that, we expanded on our social media. So we sell through Facebook, Instagram. Then we also have built our own website. So we sell through recharkha.org. Then we also sell through our corporate gifting bulk orders and for weddings and things like that. And then we have started a new store in Mumbai in addition to our store in Pune. So now we have two stores. One is our flagship store, which is in Pune, and the second one is in Mumbai, which is at Thar Link Road in Bandra.
Most of this waste is quite clean because people are actually sending it straight from their households. We obviously sanitize and clean it further and then sun dry it. After that, we segregate it according to different colors and patterns because we want to make the use of original colors that the plastic comes in. So we do not dye it or artificially use any colors to it. We use the existing colors, mix and match them and make beautiful patterns. Then, using just a pair of scissors, we manually cut each and every plastic bag and wrapper. Then, using a traditional charkha and a hand loom, we weave it into a fabric. This fabric of reCharkha is then tailored to make beautiful products, fashion accessories, home decor products, which all our conscious consumers from across the world are buying and using it on a day-to-day basis. The handlooms and the charkha that we use also do not require any electricity. It is a totally manual machine which does not require electricity, does not require any heat. So our process is also very sustainable, I would say.
The women employed in the handloom and weaving factories belong to the tribal and farmer families. Due to water scarcity, farming is dependent only on monsoon rains, and they have no work for the remaining months of the year. After working at reCharkha, the women have gained financial independence and emotional well-being.
आणि इथं काम केल्यामुळं मला खूपच आनंद होतो. सगळ्या लेडीज आहेत. मी बनवलेल्या वस्तू परदेशामध्ये लोक घेतात, इथं भारतामध्ये पण घेतात. खूप आनंद होतो.
मी अमिता ताईकडे काम करत होती माझी आई, तेव्हा मला कळालं की आपण प्लास्टिकपासून बरेचसे प्रोडक्ट्स बनवतो, अपसायकल करतो. मग अमिता ताईंनी मला जॉबबद्दल विचारलं की आमच्याकडे काम करशील का. मग मी तिला हो म्हणाले आणि मला ते आवडले की प्लास्टिकपासून आपण प्रोडक्ट्स बनवतो. म्हणून हे काम करता करता माझं BCom पण कंप्लीट केलं मी. 7 वर्ष झाले मी ते काम करते. मी एक्झिबिशनला जाते, स्टोअर सांभाळते आणि आता मी प्रोडक्शन सुपरवाइज करते. तर मला हे करायला खूप आवडतं आणि छान वाटतं हे काम करायला.
We named our organization as reCharkha because we are trying to revive the charkha, our traditional charkha, which was the very base of our freedom struggle, the Swadeshi movement. So we are trying to revive that charkha to solve today's problem and try to get freedom from the plastic menace.
reCharkha's processes are pollution-free, hand-based, and relieve stress in rural homes by preventing migration to cities. Creating awareness amongst its customers and sensitizing sellers of non-biodegradable plastic is a continuous work in progress for Amita.
When we started this initiative, there was, I think, little lesser awareness amongst people. And the most challenge that we had to face was that waste which we were getting, the waste that was given to us for upcycling, we used to collect it from waste pickers. And all of that waste was usually mixed waste, where wet waste and dry waste and hazardous sanitary waste was also being mixed, because of which the plastic which we wanted to upcycle was coming in a very dirty form, and it was becoming very difficult for our team to actually use it. So through a lot of awareness drives on social media as well as in person, we started spreading awareness of waste segregation. We also started doing some projects on waste segregation, like a project that we are right now doing at the Tadoba National Park.
Amita's reCharkha has revved up in terms of recall, revenue, and reviews. The results tell their own story. Nearly 2 crore rupees of revenue in the last financial year, with projections of 4 crores by 2025, augur well for the worker community too. reCharkha plans to increase the board-based weaving unit by 10 weavers, strengthen the Pune production unit, and set up 3 retail stores in Mumbai, Bangalore, and Pune. The momentum for reCharkha is also thanks to the awareness of consumers and the hard-working network of plastic waste collectors built by Amita.
Where segregation at source was being encouraged, and we still do that. And as a result, we started realizing that people actually started segregating waste. And when they saw that this waste was actually going for a good cause and going to make such beautiful products that we make, people started keeping their waste separate. Today, if you see, we get packets of plastic waste coming to us straight from people's households. And they come from as far as Assam or Spiti Valley or Chennai. Sikkim also we received some parcels from. So we are trying to, spread awareness amongst people, and people are actually supporting this initiative.
Plastic endangers avian, aquatic, and terrestrial life. Non-biodegradable plastic waste also lays waste in billions of tons across the world. But reCharkha has made its reuse possible in a beautiful way. Their efforts will go a long way in conserving the world's resources and inspiring many individuals to walk the path that Amita Deshpande has chosen.